Emily Beecham exposed Meg's scurvy trick with Netflix CEO to cancel 1899 series in latest interview. Netflix has axed one of its most ambitious and biggest titles of 2022, with 1899 now confirming it won't return for a second season. But why was 1899 cancelled? What's the reaction been like? And what's the cast and crew said about its cancellation? We've got you covered. Netflix cancelled 1899 because they paid Harry and Meghan £88 million, or around $100 million, as part of a multi-year deal, and now they can't afford to fund a proper quality series. 51,000 fans, and counting, have signed a petition so far to try to get Netflix to reconsider. I'll be super pissed off if the money to make a second season went to a docuseries that no one asked for. The movie was cancelled part 2, which has confused me and the fans until now. I can't believe it, Emily said in Glamour interview. It's a celebration of all our different cultures, but also our togetherness, our sameness really, reflecting on what the show symbolises. There's these obvious divisions of language because we can't literally understand what each other is saying, and there are also cultural divisions and class divisions. But here are all these characters coming together in this claustrophobic situation. There's a sense of commonness between every single character through their experiences of life and the bonds that they're forming between each other. Starring Emily Beecham, Andreas Pitchman, Aneurin Barnard and Isabella Way. The show is about passengers on an immigrant ship travelling to the new continent who get caught in a mysterious riddle after finding a second vessel adrift on the open sea. When and why was 1899 cancelled? Baron Booda first released the news on December 2nd, 2022, in a statement on Instagram which read, "With a heavy heart, we have to tell you that 1899 will not be renewed. We would have loved to finish this incredible journey with the second and maybe even third season, as we did with Dark, but sometimes things don't turn out the way you planned. That's life. We know this will disappoint millions of fans out there, but we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts that you were a part of this wonderful adventure. We love you, never forget. Bo and Jante." David Fincher said it was due to expensive nature of the series, so in other words, inadequate funding from Netflix. It all boils down to poor investments and funding allocation, so yeah, we can blame these losers, the Sussexes, whose entire floppumentary cost the same amount as 2 seasons of Mindhunter. This is why Netflix are going broke. Why would you invest in a show that gets watched, laughed at and then dumped, versus a show which was building momentum and gaining loyal followers who'll pay subscriptions to be drip-fed the episodes? Especially in a time where true crime is so popular. What do the numbers say? Why did 1899 get cancelled? Our first port of call is Netflix itself. Since 2021, they've released weekly viewership numbers that unveil how many hours were watched globally. 1899 launched last November with a full-on media blitz, garnered sterling critical reviews worldwide, and according to Netflix's own charts, debuted at number 1 on the streaming platform in 55 countries. The show featured in top 10s for 5 weeks between November the 13th and December the 18th, totaling 257.16 million hours watched. TelevisionStats.com reports that the series was on their list of top 5 shows for a solid month before beginning to drop. They collect data using various sources, including Wikipedia, Google searches, Twitter, Reddit, as well as IMDb.